Good morning, and today we have a marvellous treat today, if you pardon the pun. I have got CEO, owner and founder of Marvellous Escapes, Paul Taverner. Welcome, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us on today's webcast. How are you?
Pleasure to join, Dave. Very good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, my friend. Very good. Paul's got his very festive background on because it is
Yeah.
around the Christmas period while we're doing this. But absolute pleasure to you. And the reason I say is marvelous, obviously marvelous escape. So I'm not going to waffle on because this gentleman has got an amazing story of long before he was with PTS as his platform. So, Paul, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself first and what first got you into travel? So, going back.
Yeah, absolutely. What first got me into travel? I was 18 years old at the time. Never forget my first job in travel. It was commission only, as a lot of jobs were
Yeah, I
back then.
remember the days.
Yeah, selling holidays that were advertised on Teletext. So it was a lot of holidays, Nile cruises. I think I was in the Nile cruise specialist team, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Picked up some fantastic sales skills and mentors along the way, and that was my entry into travel.
No. Okie dokie. And you was 18 years old from then. Not long ago, obviously. What, 5 years ago?
Clearly, yeah.
Not long ago. So what sort of transferring through that journey from starting into travel, at what point did you think, did the seeds go in, I want to start my own business?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a fantastic career in travel. I was lucky to work for some brands such as Virgin Holidays, who
Wow.
acquired the business that I was working for at the time. Got into sales management roles. I spent 8 years with Viking Cruises in sales and operations management, and actually was going to be moving to China with Viking, but then
Oh, wow.
COVID happened, and like it did for many people,
Yeah.
turned the table and changed the events. And at the time, I was doing an MBA, so late in life to do a degree. Never did one when I left school. COVID had happened, and I took some roles outside of sales. And at that point, I decided I want to work for myself. I feel ready to start my own thing. And it was just a case of biding time, which we all had a lot because we were stuck at home and weren't allowed
Yes.
to go out. Um, and my passion was travel. So I knew that I want to work for myself. I'm fully capable, and it has to be travel.
Okay, dokie. So you've worked for some amazing companies, obviously, Quality, Viking, Virgin, and that. What made you go down the line of train travel?
Yeah, I love a train. I saw it as a gap in the market and an area that is only going to grow. And it's a very similar style to river cruising from Viking, although it's different.
Yeah, I
Obviously, the
know what you
mode of
mean by
transport,
that.
but the sense of the journey is part of the overall experience, multi-destination, getting into the heart of the destination. Those were very similar. There was a lot of stuff that I could pull from my experience at Viking and move it into rail holidays, rail packages. And there was a gap. I think if you want an escorted rail holiday tour, there's lots of options, but FIT options, tailor-made, especially on the luxury end, there was a gap there.
Okie dokie. I mean, you're right in what you're saying. I think the way travel's gone in the last, well, post-COVID, really, is this whole niche. It's, back when we started, back in the day, Paul, it was the bucket and spade holiday, or you done an all-inclusive abroad. It's travel's
Exactly.
changing that way. And like you say, what I love about what you do, and you do it so well, is that people want to experience the journey, not just the flight. And I think this is where companies like Marvellous Escapes, yourselves, the river cruise companies, and the likeness that you just said there, I totally get what you mean, is why people want to see more of the world. They want to go
Mm.
out, they want adventure. And this is why I think this is a sort of your success. So as things grew, and the admin and complexity started creeping in post-COVID. You started your business. How did you deal with that when you first started out?
With challenges. At the time, I had a full-time role for a fintech company as head of sales and customer success and account management. I was in a great position where the company kindly agreed for me to reduce my hours and reduce my days. So it was 20 hours, 4 days a week. And I think I was in a great time because they were launching into the US market. So I became head of US business development, which meant I could work on Marvelous Escapes in the morning and then at 3 o'clock transition into my full-time role or nearly full-time role, which gave me time to build the website, create the marketing strategy, build the product, get Marvelous Escapes ready to launch. But it was tough. I think for a year, I didn't watch TV. I didn't watch a single movie, just the occasional football match
The
on the
life of an
weekends.
entrepreneur. The life of an entrepreneur. So did they know that you were starting this business, or was this something you kept under wraps? It was just something you worked on without anyone
Yeah,
knowing. How did that work?
good question. Did they know? Yes, they did. I was fully transparent, and I was in a great space with them where I delivered excellent results, a number of
Yeah,
enterprise contracts, and it was a mutual benefit for us both. I will leave. We set on a fixed term. I helped them launch into the US market, and there was a great level of trust and respect. And I always kept the boundaries in place to ensure that yes, I was working on Marvelous Escapes, getting it ready for launch, and then launching, but also delivering for them.
brilliant. And I'm sure you were a great miss for them. By the sound of it, what great
Thank
relationship
you.
you had as well. Okie dokie. Um, When was there a moment where you realised the business needed a stronger setup behind the scenes? So, sort of when you first started out, you very first started out, what was your platform? Because you've been with PTS, just remind us how long you've been with us, for example.
Since September the 8th, so just a couple of
September the
months.
8th.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is why this is such a remarkable journey to see the success of Paul and Marvelous Escapes in the last literally couple of months. So when you very first started out, what was the platform? Where was the protection? That sort of thing.
Yeah. So we were working with a fantastic franchise option, the Holiday Franchise Company that were linked with Holidays Please, Hayes. So we had the protection of ABTA, and they would handle all supplier payments, etc. And it worked very well for launching. Um, there were several key points along the journey. Number one, I need to leave my job. This has got too busy. Number two, I'm getting too busy, and we hired sales staff to come work for us, employed. But then there was a key moment this year in 2025, about February, March time, where I knew that our target and our forecast for this year was 3.3 million, and I felt confident from the very January the 1st that we would hit it this year, and we have hit it.
That is a
Um,
very confident target, and
yeah,
you've basically smashed it. So, yeah,
uh,
sorry, Paul, carry on.
no, no, of course. And it was February, March, and I felt like we're gonna hit this year. It's not gonna come easy. We're gonna have to work hard for it. But I knew we had the strength and the quality to do it. But I felt that going from a 3.3 million business to a 5 million business, and then hopefully a 7 million pound business, that I needed something different from what I was in. I needed more control over the destiny. I needed more say in who we work with, the commercial relationships that we build, the suppliers that we work with, on what terms. I needed more freedom. I needed less admin. I wanted to use systems of my own choice, and I knew the direction and the strategy for the business, and I didn't know where we would go to get that. And it was all kind of ideas in my head, but I knew we needed something different to transition to that next step.
And then allow that growth to happen, obviously, as well,
Exactly.
which it has. And I keep going over it. The growth. I think the whole story for me here, and first speaking to you, I think we first had a chat at the WTM, didn't we?
Yeah.
It is just. the growth you've made in these, not just these last couple of months since COVID. I mean, COVID's 5 years ago, and to go from working for another company to the quality that you're offering now is an amazing job. It really is.
Thank
So
you.
massive well done on that front. Well, I love the whole entrepreneurial thing, especially in travel and going out there and doing this whole niche thing that has exploded. And you've hit the ground running, haven't you? So hats off, massive hats off from me. So how does day-to-day life in the business feel now after a couple of months to say a year and a half, 2 years ago?
We're in a great space right now. Day-to-day life is busy, and I feel confident to making us busier, attracting more leads, attracting more bookings, getting more people on. And I feel like I always say to the team, we're making our own tracks. We've fully transitioned into a independent tour operator. With the thanks to PTS, we've acquired our own ATOL license, and we're not using someone else's and acting as an agent. And we're on our own train track. And yes, there are challenges and there are situations that you come across that you have to work around, but we're in a great space and we're very much powering through our own journey with the model that we now have set up.
You have it. And when you first started, how many, was it just you from the very start? Or did you have a small team there, Paul, to compare to what your team size now?
Yeah, good question. So I launched September 2022, and it was just me in my bedroom balancing two jobs until August 2023, where I exited my US sales job and went full-time in Marvellous. And then come October, I recruited that year 2 people. We're now a team of 5. Everyone is employed by the company. Everyone's on a salary. That was a decision that I took. I know there's lots of different models with self-employed and commission only, but
Yeah.
I wanted to set people up with a salary, pension package. And yeah, we're a team of 5 and hopefully growing next year as well.
Yeah, 2026 on the doorstep. Who knows what's going to happen there for you? You've just finished your first, so it's literally 3 months with over 50 bookings and around 360K turnover. How does that feel?
Yeah,
In
I mean,
those 3 months. I mean, that is some feat.
that was actually 1 month. So
That was
yeah,
1 month. Yeah, I've just
yeah.
reread me note. It is 1 month. Yeah.
So
Um,
October was our first full month under our new setup, and it was a record profit month. And November, the month we've just finished, was a record revenue month. We did 399,000, not expected in November, with a budget in the press every single day and lots of negativity there. But yeah, it's been 2 record months for us. We've achieved since we started trading through PTS in middle of September, over 750,000 record profits, record booking numbers, record passenger numbers. And I think it's a lot of things coming together, but definitely the decrease in administration time is something that I found has been a huge enabler to put me back into my business more, adding better impact than
yeah.
completing administrative tasks. We also launched a new website, got some new back office systems, and everything's just slicker, and it has all come together.
The website's fab. I was having obviously a good old nosy through before. The website's looking fab. It really is.
Thank you.
And I think it's the whole simplicity of it. Your model is you sell fantastic train trips, marvelous train trips. What kind of trips and experience do you and the team most enjoy selling? What are the most popular, not just from selling from your point of view, your team, but for your customers as well? So what I'm trying to say is, what are your top sellers, and what is it people are loving and having those amazing months? What is the attraction?
Absolutely. Great question. We specialize in fully bespoke packages. So we take care of everything, your trains, your flights, your hotels, tours, transfers, experiences. So really, when we start speaking with a client, we start with a blank canvas and create their perfect trip. Popular is, of course, Switzerland with the beauty, the
I
number
was
of
going to say, yeah.
panoramic rail journeys, the Golden Pass Express, the Glacier Express, Bernina Express, the incredible mountain scenery and lake cruises on offer. So Switzerland has always been a top seller for us, and will always continue to be. But right across Europe, traveling and having those um, enriching experiences and just slowing the pace down a little bit. So Italy is huge for us, Spain is huge for us, where you'll take in multiple destinations, whether that's a top to toe of Italy or whether it's focusing on a particular region of Italy, taking you around by train. And some clients will rail there and fly back. Some clients will rail both ways. Again, that can all be customized. Um, and like you said, people are post-COVID looking for those once in a lifetime experiences, a real sense of adventure. So luxury is booming for us. The Venice Simplon Orient Express. We've
I was
just
going
had
to
a
say,
rec
is the likes of the Orient Express and that part of a lot of what you sell?
Yeah, we've just had a record year for Venice Simplon Orient Express. We're thrilled with the results. It is that bucket list item, a
It
special
is, yeah.
birthday, anniversary, celebrating something. But equally around the world, Rovos Rail in South Africa, the Rocky Mountaineer Gold Leaf Service in Canada, Maharaja's Express in India. There's all of these fantastic luxury rail experiences, and they really are growing in popularity, and people aspire to do these amazing journeys. It's something completely different from what they've done before,
Right.
and we can make that happen.
So you're not just doing Europe, you are actually out there doing a lot of the worldwide. The States, is that a big one? 'Cause we was talking the other day was about the YouTubers who are doing the traveling vlogs lately, and a lot of them are doing these like New York to Miami, um, across Asia. So is the States a big one for you?
Good question. It should be. I've always got a habit of trying to sell everything. Oh, let's sell this, let's sell
Yeah.
that, because I get
Well, you're
really
growing
excited
so
about the
young. I get
product.
that. Yeah.
And my team sometimes have to pull. We can't sell everything, so the US not currently, but there's a huge opportunity there. The
Yeah.
sleeper trains, Amtrak rail, sleeper trains. If you go into YouTube right now, you will just so much content, and it's such a unique way to travel. So US not right now, but watch this space. It's well
Yeah.
on our radar. We've got a whole product roadmap of exciting products that we're going to be launching. We don't currently push too much Australia and New Zealand. You've got the GAN, the Indian Pacific. There's a world of opportunity there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay. If someone asked you about starting a travel business, um, as an independent, a travel agent, travel business, tour operator, what would be your best advice to them in a sort of a nutshell?
Yeah, great question. If someone was starting a travel business, my
In
advice would be
2025, yeah, sort
in
of thing.
2025, yeah. My advice would be to take the time at the beginning and really research what they're getting themselves involved in. I think there's a lot of information out there. Some's good, some's not so good. I think there's a lot of myths that you can lie on a beach whilst you're on holiday and earn a fortune and live this luxury lifestyle whilst, having afternoon tea in the Burj Al Arab. Yes, you can probably get to that point, but
Yeah,
you can't just start a business and that fall in your lap. And I think really take your time, really map out how you're going to get your clients, where they're going to come from, what's it going to cost to bring in people to your business, what product are you going to be selling, um, and take your time to plan that out, to ensure that you're not falling into a trap where you think you're going to make £1 million from day one. Because if
yeah.
if that was possible, we'd all be doing it, right?
We'd all be doing it. I think the
Exactly.
whole thing with it, isn't it, is stepping outside that comfort zone, and like you did back in the day, working them 2 jobs in your kitchen and taking action.
Yeah.
I think that's where you've grown so well. Massive action, um, growing, moving as you grow. I think this is what a lot of travel companies, what we're speaking to members, have said pretty much similar to what Paul said here. He's turned an idea, an experience into what has grown today, which I've seen with my own eyes, has been a remarkable achievement, Paul. It really has. Um, Finally, what role has PTS played in giving you the confidence to grow, and what would you say to someone considering PTS?
What would I say to someone considering PCS? Have the conversation is what I would say. All of my dealings with everyone from the team has been fantastic, to be honest. Your business people, you understand what you can offer, and it's a very clear message. You literally make things simple with your systems, processes. The trust account model is fantastic. Um, and yeah, my advice would be have that conversation. You guys know what travel businesses need and what partners and processes and systems, and you've got a whole toolkit, and you don't have to take everything. For example, currency hedging may not be for everyone, ATO may not be for everyone, but you've got that toolbox
You've
ready
got
to
the
go
option,
if you need
yeah.
it, and you make those introductions.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you for that, Paul. Thank you so much for joining today. I just want to, before we go, I just want to ask you, out of all the trips that you've done, what's your favourite? What's been your best? Or what's the one you really want to do you haven't done yet, if that's easier?
Can I give you two? I have to.
Go for it. Go for
Do you
it.
know what? I'm turning 40 next year. I know I look younger, but
You're just a young man, yeah.
uh, and I really want to do the Venice Simplon Orient Express, and we got an opportunity, and I'm sending someone on my team instead of going on it myself. So they're going
Hey,
next year. So keep an eye out for that.
what a boss.
I've told them they need to create a lovely blog and video, but that's a bucket list trip that I will do. Um, and a package that I love, that I think just delivers the most outstanding beauty in 9 days, is our Switzerland Discovery package. You will experience the best of Switzerland, mountain excursions, lake cruises, traditional Swiss style resorts, the beautiful cities of Zurich, and just some incredible train journeys. So Switzerland Discovery gives you Switzerland in 9 days.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be with you on that. The Orient Express has got to be a
Yeah.
bucket list, hasn't it? And Switzerland, I mean, there is no, I don't think there's any more beautiful you can get in Europe than two of our friends have just gone out there for Christmas market, actually. I can imagine what that's like and the scenery with it. So
Yeah.
brilliant. Paul, you've been an absolute pleasure to have on here today. If anyone wants to have a look at your website, shout out the website for them.
MarvellousEscapes.com.
I'll put this all in the YouTube link below. If you could do us a favour, and if you could hit the subscribe button for us, this is going out on obviously on YouTube, and we've got plenty more. We're going to do interviews with great people, great members, great people who've gone out there and grown their business to the level of what Paul's done here, and it's just so interesting to hear your story, Paul, and people like Paul. So hit that subscribe for us, comment, share. It really helps us get us out there. Paul, I wish you the very best Christmas.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. I'm looking forward to seeing you grow even more, if that's possible, in 2026, and I'm sure you will. I think you've got a class company, and just a brilliant service you offer as well. So brilliant, Paul. Thank you so much, my friend. Have a good one.
Thank you. My pleasure. Really enjoyed the chat, Dave.
No problem. Take care.
Take care.